responsibility. The milkman, the paper boy, evening TV. Did I get delivered here? Somebody tell me, please. This whole world confusing me. Clouds as lean as you've ever seen. Ain't a bird who knows you're true. Then a little voice inside you whispers, don't sell your dreams so soon. Everywhere you look, there's a heart, a hand to hold on to.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. My name is Cotton from ESPN 8, The Ocho. Today we will be interviewing athletes from the 1936 Berlin, Germany Olympics. It is the 11th Olympic Games and will go down as history as one of the most iconic Olympics of this century. Over the past couple of weeks, we got our crew together to interview several key figures from the Berlin Olympics. Here's our lineup. First, I'll be interviewing Siegfried Efrig. Second, Dennis Pippen Jordan will be interviewing Helene Miller. Third, we have A.A. Ron Rogers interviewing Leni Riefenstahl. Then we have Jake interviewing Hitler. And lastly, Ron Stoppel interviewing Jesse Owens. Thank you, and let's get started. All right, so who I have with me today at the age of 26 is Siegfried Efrig, who was chosen to carry the Olympic flame, which lit the cauldron at the very first Olympic torch relay. Nice to meet you.
Hi, how's you doing? Hi. Yes, it felt great. I was concentrating on not dropping the torch because 300,000 people were watching me run with my first relay ever. And although I would have rather participated in the actual Olympic event itself.
So were you just not good enough to participate in the relay event for the Olympics?
Nein, I was very talented. Usually I participate with the Olympic team, relay team all year, and I don't get chosen. My 100-meter time is 11 seconds, which is very Olympic contestant worthy.
Then why weren't you chosen to participate with the team in the event?
Well, I think the main reason that I make the Olympic team is because Hitler wanted someone that really embodied the Nazi Aryan look, and with my blonde hair, blue eyes, and big physique, he wanted to show me off in front of the 300,000 people watching the event.
So overall, would you say you enjoyed being part of this 1936 Olympics?
Of course, I love being the center stage and, part of history, the first ever, and, it was very exciting for me, a very great time, and if I could do it again, then I definitely would. And it was a pleasure meeting you, but I have things to go to now, and thanks for interviewing me. Have a good one.
All right, well, thank you, Mr. Efrig. And what we have next is we have Dennis Pippen Jordan, who will be interviewing Helene Miller. Can't wait.
Hello, I am Dennis Scott Jordan. Who are you? Hello, my name is Helena Mayer. What do you do in the Olympics? I was an athletic fencer for Germany. What do you do in the Berlin 1936 Olympics? I won a silver medal in the 1936 Berlin Olympics. What did you win in the 1936 Berlin Olympics? I was a half-Jewish woman who competed for Germany in the Berlin Olympics. Do you think you impacted the Olympics during that time? Bordeaux convinced Germany to allow Jewish German athletes to compete, which was seen as a public relationship. Although many people were very disappointed in my decision to compete for Germany, I made this decision because I missed my native country. Because I was able to compete with being a half-Jewish woman, a lot of the country that was planning on boycotting decided to attend the Berlin 1936 Olympics. And without me, I think that we would have been able to see a lot of non-Aryan athletes competed against Germany. Thank you for your time, Ms. Helena Mayer.
Hello everyone, this is Aaron Rogers, and I'm here today with Leni Riefenstahl. So tell me, Leni, where are you from and what did you do?
Hi, well thanks for having me, Aaron. Yeah, so I was born and raised in Germany. I became a talented dancer in my childhood before I became an actress. I eventually became a director and screenwriter, and I directed 2 films that attracted worldwide attention for propaganda during World War II.
What was your role in the 1936 Olympic Games in Berlin?
Oh yes, the 1936 Olympics in Berlin became the first games recorded which I directed and filmed myself. I was asked by Hitler to film the games. The film I named Olympia was a hit because I used many unique shots they're used in sports today, including tracking shots, slow motion, underwater diving shots, different shooting angles, and panoramic aerial shots.
What made your film so unique?
Yeah, what was so unique about the action shots I used was it's because they were unheard of at the time. Eventually, they've become standard for the recording of sporting events. One revolutionary technique is the use of placing a camera on rails to follow athletes as they ran. Apparently, it has become a major influence in modern sports photography. They even filmed athletes of all races, including Jesse Owens from America.
And why was your film so significant for that time?
Oh yes, the film was originally meant for propaganda by Hitler, but I went against his wishes and filmed the truth of what transpired in the games, which included Jesse Owens beating our own athletes. The film captured how America was multiracial and Germany was against that idea. The plan was to glorify Germany, but I wanted to capture moments that would create history and spark my own career. Although I was close with Hitler, it was important that those shots were captured, and it obviously still has a lasting impact.
Great, Lenny. Thank you so much.
Hello, I'm Jake from ESPN 8, The Ocho, and I'm here interviewing Adolf Hitler for the 1936 Olympics. Question 1. What do you hope to promote at this year's Olympics? I hope to promote supremacy of my people and the Aryan race. So Hitler, what do you think of the boycotts due to discrimination against Jews and blacks from other nations this year? I decided to give in to these nations' pleas because I hope to be a good host to all who come. What are your thoughts on Helen Meyer? She wasn't my first pick for the German team. I was hoping the Aryan race would take all the gold medals. The American sprinters, Sam and Murray, were pulled last minute. They were expected to win. Did you pull them because of their Jewish heritage? 9. I believe they were pulled to spare the embarrassment of losing to the much superior Aryan runners. Next question. Why was the anti-Jewish propaganda removed? The propaganda was removed because of the negative reaction it had on our guests. What are your thoughts on Jesse Owens? He may have received many gold medals, but the German team took most of them throughout the whole competition, proving how supreme they are. Last question. Hitler, what do you hope guests leave with when returning home? I hope they see how I revived Germany from its economic depression and see what wonderful hosts we are.
Hi, my name is Ronald Stoppable, and I'm here today with Olympic gold medalist Jesse Owens. Jesse, tell me how your college career went and how it was setting 4 world records.
Well, I went to Ohio State after high school. It wasn't easy for me though because I had a daughter back in Cleveland and I was struggling to get a stable life for her and my girl Minnie. I didn't get a scholarship though from Ohio State, so I was working part-time. I was a full-time athlete, full-time student, and working. But I had an amazing coach, Larry Snyder. He helped me to win 8 individual NCAA championships. But the highlight of my career though happened over 45 minutes in 1935 at the Big Ten meet in Ann Arbor, Michigan. I had set the record for the long jump, 220-yard sprint, and the 220-yard hurdles. I had also tied the world record for a 100-yard dash. It was an amazing experience and I'll never forget it.
How did it feel to be unwanted in Germany and suggested that you shouldn't go?
It wasn't surprising for me that I wasn't wanted in Germany. I was unwanted in places in the US still. There was still segregation everywhere we went. But being convinced by the NAACP to withdraw is something I'm glad I didn't follow through with. I had a great set of Americans behind me who supported me and pushed me to follow my dreams.
How did it feel to win 4 gold medals at the Olympics? Also, how did it feel to be personally hated by Adolf Hitler, who was such a powerful man?
Well, it was incredible to win 4 gold medals and to represent my country, especially as an African American. But to be hated personally by such a powerful leader, I wouldn't say it was hated, but strongly disliked. He wasn't happy with my victories. He wasn't happy that I was showing that his race wasn't the superior one. So he didn't shake my hand after my win like he was supposed to. But Hitler had a certain time to come to the stadium and a certain time to leave. It happened he had to leave before the victory ceremony after the 100 meters. But before he left, I was on my way to a broadcast and passed near his box. He waved at me and I waved back. I think it was bad taste to criticize the man of the hour in another country.
All right, so that just about wraps it up. Thanks for joining us, and until next time on ESPN 8, The Ocho.